Hello. I'm asking for advice and I want to share my problem. I'm very worried, and I apologize in advance for some confusion. I'm 38, my husband is 40. We've been married for 13 years. We have a wonderful daughter, she's 12. I love her very much, and my husband dotes on her. I love my husband. And I thought we had a strong family. We got married for love. Confidential. Although I had a lot of fans before my husband, and I had been sexually active since I was 16. He knows a lot of things, but of course, he doesn't know about some things. I haven't told him everything. Candid. Everything seems to be fine with sex, but to be honest, my husband is not a titan at this. But I love him, and I've partially turned a blind eye to it. Over the years, there have been, of course, small trips to the left, but nothing more serious than a couple of twists. He himself has never cheated on me, of course. Although I do not consider corporate fucking to be treason. My husband is tall and handsome, and he's smart. He teaches at the Institute. He's a historian by training. Confident. I am a striking brunette. I love sports, fitness, and swimming. But to the problem. I work for an insurance company. The team is friendly and cohesive. And then 2 years ago, a new employee came to us. Nothing impressive. 1 meter tall with a cap half a head shorter than me, a little overweight, one might say, fat, and very unsportsmanlike. We even joked about it all the time. Annoyed. But he didn't seem to notice it, and did everything with the air of a real macho man. He'd make a joke, or he'd give out a dirty joke in front of the girls. Excited, and then December comes, and the husband leaves on a business trip for the department until January 29. And on the 26th, our friendly team has a corporate party. Everyone dressed up, and our new employee, Volodya, disapproving, dressed casually, as if he had come to work. And so it turns out that they put him next to me. It was in a restaurant. Surprised, and suddenly he began to take care of me so deftly that after half an hour I forgot about the wrinkled jacket, the belly, and the height of a sitting dog. Impressed. He turned out to be a dancer. Surprisingly, and in general, the soul of the company. We walked for a long time, until 5 a.m. I left my daughter with my parents, and by that time we were pretty drunk. Suddenly Volodya says, "I want you." Thoughtful, in another situation he would have gotten a slap from me at best, but the champagne worked wonders, and I thought, mischievous, why not? It's stupid, isn't it? They went to my place for some reason, and then it turned out that Volodya was as hairy as a gorilla, and that turned me on. My husband has a refined nature and is somewhat shy, by the way. And here I am being whipped like a goat by some mini King Kong. Excited, yes with a mainland, yes with vulgar jokes. It turned me on wildly then. It was just incredible. I'm a decent mother and wife, and here I'm being treated like a prostitute. I woke up at 12 p.m., and there were 5 missed calls from my daughter on my phone. I promised her I'd go to the movies. Words can't tell you how bad it was for me. Volodya left a note. Casual. Everything is okay. I liked it. Let's get things sorted out and fly up to 11 p.m. at such and such an address and phone number. I was so disgusted that words cannot convey it. Tired, I called my parents and asked them to pick up my daughter from school and keep her for a few days. I cried for 2 hours. I slowly came to my senses, cleaned up the apartment. I started going over the events of the past day and night, and suddenly realized that I was wildly aroused. Last night gave me something that, as it turns out, I have been deprived of for the last 13 years. My husband gave me everything. As it turned out, I needed something else, and I really needed it, so I couldn't stand it. Of course, I called Volodynka and went to see him. Everything happened again, the booze, I was drinking vodka now, and all the vulgarities. On the morning of December 28th, I called my boss and informally asked for a week off at my own expense. Ashamed, I couldn't go to work yet and see the eyes of the staff. On the 29th, my husband arrived. I cooked a delicious dinner, opened a cognac, and everything seemed to return to normal. My husband was surprised by my vacation. We have a rolling schedule and we have practically no New Year's holidays. During the New Year holidays, I did everything to be a good wife and mother. Everything seems to be fine, but on January 5th, I was overwhelmed. After lying out loud about my friend's problems, I went to Volodya for the whole night. After that night, all hell broke loose. I couldn't think of anything but having with this man. My beloved husband has stopped arousing me at all in this regard, and there's nothing I can do about it. Fortunately, for the last 5 years, this has been happening no more than once a month. My husband is a little cold, and he's busy with his science, so he didn't notice much. And I'm afraid to just look my daughter in the eye. She already understands everything, it seems. All my thoughts are about Volodinka. And it seems that the whole office already knows about our relationship. But fortunately, everyone is still silent. Life seems to be going on as usual. The whole family goes on vacation. My husband and I have good salaries. We organize trips to nature with friends, the gym and the pool on my second home. But it's all a mirage. I constantly think about with Volodya. We've been doing this 3 to 4 times a week for 1.5 years now. At his place, at mine, even in the bathroom at work at lunchtime. Yes, that's how bad I am. Most importantly, I don't even like Volodya. And what could I like there? He's not very educated, he's sloppy. His room is a mess and filth. He's a terrible bore and vulgar, and besides, he's hairy like an orangutan. He doesn't swear, he talks, he's disgusting. In general, but I want him terribly, every day, every hour. I tried to distract myself, had a couple of affairs. But everything is not the same. Everything is very usual. The worst part is that I'm not the only one like him. He has a couple of girlfriends from working-class neighborhoods, from the bottom of society, so to speak. And he feels good with them. But I die from it when I imagine him with someone else. And he told me, the brute, once. You're already old. Yes, a couple of years. And in the trash. I cried all day afterwards. I don't really know what to do anymore. I love my husband. I love my daughter madly. And of course I don't plan to leave them. And I have nowhere to go. Volodya doesn't need me, and he's 7 years younger than me. If the husband does find out, he will definitely get divorced. He told me after the wedding that he would never forgive cheating for anything. He will definitely kick me out of the house. His apartment was before marriage. He will not give up his daughter, and there is nowhere to go with her. My parents have a 1-bedroom. The 4 of us cannot live there.